Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jack and Maya podcast, where learning English is easy and fun. And today, we're diving into a topic that affects absolutely everyone. I'm Maya.
And I'm Jack. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here today. And I agree, Maya. Today's conversation isn't just important, it's truly transformative, especially for anyone looking to feel more in control of their day.
How are you doing today, Jack? You sound ready to go.
I'm doing very well, thank you. I have my coffee, the weather is beautiful, and I'm genuinely excited to explore this with you and our listeners. It's a topic I think many people grapple with, perhaps without even fully realizing it.
That sounds wonderful. You're right. Today we have a very important topic, one that I believe will resonate deeply with many of our audience members. It's about reclaiming our most precious resource.
Oh, I love important topics, especially when they offer practical, actionable advice. So what exactly are we shining a spotlight on today, Maya?
Today, we are talking about that all too common challenge of wasting time, and perhaps even more importantly, how we can effectively build better, more sustainable habits to combat it.
Wow, I think many people out there truly need this conversation. It's a universal struggle, isn't it? The feeling of the day just slipping away.
I completely agree. Sometimes we all find ourselves wasting time, and often the most insidious part is that we don't even notice it happening until it's too late.
That's incredibly true, Maya. It's like a time warp sometimes. I'll pick up my phone for what I genuinely believe will be just 1 minute to check a quick notification, and suddenly 30 minutes, sometimes even an hour, has vanished. Poof, gone.
Exactly. That's such a relatable experience, Jack. It happens to so many people, and it often leaves us at the end of the day asking, where did my day go? What did I actually accomplish? It's a frustrating feeling, and it's something we've all encountered.
Definitely. And before we dive deeper into these practical solutions, just a quick reminder to everyone listening. If you're enjoying today's conversation and finding it helpful, please do hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this episode with friends or family who might also benefit from building better habits and reclaiming their precious time.
And share it with your friends if you enjoy our podcasts. Your support truly helps us reach more people, and we appreciate every single one of you. Okay, Jack, let's really get into the core of it. We've set the stage, described the universal challenge. What's the very first foundational step to actually stop this cycle of time wasting?
Well, Maya, the first step, while seemingly simple, is often the most revealing and perhaps the most uncomfortable. You have to know precisely where your time is actually going. It's like checking your bank account before you can budget effectively. You can't fix what you don't understand.
That's a brilliant analogy. So it's not enough to just feel like you're wasting time. You need concrete data, almost a time audit, to truly understand the patterns, right?
Precisely. For just 1 day, or maybe even a few days, I'd encourage everyone to become a detective of their own time. Pay meticulous attention to your activities. Every time you switch tasks, every time you pick up your phone, every moment spent on a particular activity, just note it down.
And this isn't about judging yourself harshly, is it? It's purely about gaining awareness and understanding without the guilt.
Exactly. No judgment, just pure, unbiased observation. Maybe keep a little notebook by your side or use a simple timer app to jot down what you're doing and for how long. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to gain clarity. You might be genuinely surprised by what you uncover.
I can imagine. It's so easy to underestimate those 5-minute checks that turn into 20, or the quick glance at social media that morphs into an hour of endless scrolling. Suddenly, 2 or 3 hours of your day are gone, consumed by things you didn't even consciously plan to do.
Absolutely. This awareness is incredibly empowering because once you see the patterns, you can't unsee them. And that's the crucial first step toward making intentional and sustainable changes. It gives you the power to choose.
That makes so much sense. So once we have that crucial understanding of where our time is actually going, what's the next actionable step toward building those better habits and putting that knowledge into practice?
The second step is where we start building, but it's often counterintuitive for many people because it goes against our natural inclination to go big. It's all about creating incredibly small habits.
Small habits? Jack, are we talking micro habits here? Because when people decide they want to change their lives, they often think big, right? Like, I'm going to run a marathon next month.
They do, and that's often why they fail, despite their best intentions. They try to completely overhaul their lives in one single day. They decide to go from 0 exercise to 2 hours at the gym every day, or from reading no books to finishing 3 a week, or learning a new language for hours every single day.
Oh, I've seen that cycle many, many times. The initial burst of enthusiasm followed inevitably by burnout, discouragement, and giving up entirely, sometimes even feeling worse than before.
Exactly. That's why the start small approach is so incredibly powerful. It's about building consistency, not intensity. It's about laying a solid foundation that can actually last, rather than a towering structure that crumbles at the first strong wind.
Can you give us a more concrete example of what starting small really looks like in practice for our listeners?
Of course. Let's say you want to read more. Instead of committing to an hour a day, which can feel incredibly daunting, start with just 5 minutes a day. Just 5 minutes. It seems insignificant, but it's transformative.
Only 5 minutes? Some might think, what difference will that really make? That's barely anything.
And that's the beauty of it. 5 minutes is incredibly achievable, even on your busiest, most chaotic days. It's not about the quantity of reading initially, it's about creating the habit of opening the book, of engaging with the material, even for a short period. 5 minutes is infinitely better than 0 minutes, and it builds momentum and reinforces the identity of a reader.
I love that. It takes away the pressure, makes it feel less like a monumental chore, and more like a gentle, sustainable step forward.
Precisely. If you want to exercise, don't aim for a full hour workout initially. Start with 10 minutes of stretching, or a brisk walk around the block, or even just a few push-ups. The idea is to make the new habit so easy to start that you literally can't say no. Once you consistently do 10 minutes, you'll naturally feel inclined to do 15, then 20. Small steps lead to big results.
So it's those small, consistent steps compounded over time that really lead to those big, lasting results and transformations. Consistency over intensity.
Absolutely. Consistency compounds. Little by little, a little becomes a lot. This approach builds confidence and makes the habit feel effortless over time.
That's a fantastic principle to live by. Now, a lot of people talk about motivation being absolutely key to starting and sticking with things. But if we're building habits, how does motivation fit into this equation? Is it less important than we think?
Motivation is definitely helpful, Maya, especially at the beginning when you're trying to kickstart something new. But habits are ultimately much, much stronger and far more reliable in the long run.
That's a really interesting distinction. Can you elaborate on why habits trump motivation in the long game?
Think about it. Some days you wake up feeling incredibly motivated, full of energy, ready to conquer the world, right? You feel like you can achieve anything.
And then some days you really, really don't. You just want to stay in bed, hit snooze, or procrastinate your way through the entire day. Motivation is fickle.
Exactly. Motivation is like a fleeting emotion. It comes and goes, it's unreliable. But a habit, once deeply ingrained, acts almost like an automatic pilot. It helps you continue with your positive actions and routines, even on those difficult days when your motivation has completely packed its bags and gone on a long vacation. It's the system that keeps you going.
That's so true. It's almost like the habit becomes a non-negotiable part of your identity, and it's actually harder not to do it than to do it. The mental friction is gone.
Precisely. That's the profound power of habit. It minimizes the need for constant willpower and daily decision-making, freeing up your mental energy for other more complex tasks. It's about automating good behavior.
Such a powerful concept. And speaking of freeing up mental energy and making things easier, what's another practical tip for preventing our precious time from just slipping away into unproductive activities?
Another incredibly effective and often overlooked tip is to proactively remove distractions from your environment. We live in a world designed to constantly pull our attention in a million different directions.
Ah, yes, the eternal battle against distractions, especially in our hyper-connected, notification-filled world. It feels like an uphill battle sometimes.
It can feel that way, but you can win by being intentional. If you're trying to study, work on a project, or focus on any important task, Don't have your phone sitting right next to you, buzzing with notifications, constantly tempting you. Put it in another room or at least out of sight and on silent, perhaps even in airplane mode.
That's a really hard one for many people, I think. We're so accustomed to having our phones literally glued to our hands, constantly at the ready.
It is a challenge, but the results are immediate and profound. Beyond the phone, it's about optimizing your entire workspace or study area. Turn off any unnecessary notifications on your computer, close irrelevant browser tabs, clear your desk of clutter that might pull your eye or mind away.
So it's about intentionally creating an environment that actively supports your focus and productivity rather than passively allowing it to be hindered by constant interruptions and temptations.
That's exactly right, Maya. Our environment has a huge impact on our behavior, whether we realize it or not. By consciously designing your space to minimize interruptions, you're making it significantly easier for your brain to concentrate on the task at hand. It's a powerful idea because it shifts the burden from constant willpower to thoughtful environmental design.